That was quick.
Yeah, they said a boy with a head injury on the phone.
It's over here.
Okay. What happened?
You won't say. Could have been on the way to school or in the playground. We can't be everywhere at once.
No.
See what you can get out of him.
What's his name?
Vin. Now, Vin, this is a doctor. She's going
thanks. Hi, Vin. I'm Dr. Tanner. No, don't get up. I'm not going to hurt you, but I just need to take a look at this, okay?
We're still waiting on an answer for our question, and it's a tricky one. Has to be with all these prizes at stake, so if you
You're wearing rubber gloves, Michael.
What?
That stuff's pretty caustic. Mr. Sharp wants you to protect your hands.
What's that in name, Dribble?
Yes, the quiz game.
Fascinating.
Just because it's not Mozart.
Talkback radio is just
sent the underwear industry into chaos when he bared parts of his anatomy never before seen on the screen. And while you're working out who it was and which bits he bravely showed, let's listen to the latest from the guru.
Clark Gable. Clark Gable. It happened one night.
The trivia quiz. I mean, even if you are correct, what difference does it make in the long run? Gloves, Michael.
No, it's pretty good prizes, though, Mr. Sharp. I mean, it's all old-time stuff. Who's Myrna Lloyd?
You had to have a misspent youth at Saturday matinees to know that, Michael. A pleasure which I'm afraid you've missed. Pizza and a video will never compare with the
Caller
smell
number
of your
10,
local
you're on,
picture
and let's
palace
hope you'll
in the
carry
road.
off our jackpot because
Double
Cousin
feature
Con wants to give it all
newsreel.
away
2
today.
cartoons, all for
What's your
threepence if you
name?
sat in the front stall.
Julie Winters.
And you're calling from work or home, Julie?
Good God.
Well, we'll see if we can make up for that, Julie. Do you have an answer for me? What film star sent the underwear industry into chaos when he bared his body?
I do. I mean, well, it has to be Clark Gable, right? It happened one night when he took off his shirt and he wasn't wearing a singlet, right? Frank Capra, 1932.
Right. Well, we have a winner. All you dumb bums who thought we'd never find one. Now, Jenny.
Julie.
Julie, do you want to take the prize or risk it on rounds 2 and 3? You've got 5 seconds to decide.
Did you feel sick or want to vomit?
No.
Dizzy? Headaches?
You don't see the rest is okay.
Well, that's good. I'm still going to send you home, though.
You can still finish my classes.
I don't think so.
So you am well enough.
Well, I say you're not, and that's what I'd have to say to your teacher.
The person does the rest of my home.
Well, a person has to try. Or maybe we can find a place for you here somewhere to rest.
No, better I go home.
Okay. I'm sending him home. He seemed a bit reluctant to go.
Now, we've got end-of-term exams coming up, and he's got an assignment to put in. If he misses one more day...
He has to rest.
Yeah, right. He's an intelligent kid. Studies round the clock, but it doesn't show in his grades. I've tried it all. I can't seem to get him back on track. Then the doctor wants to send you home for the rest of the day. Take it off. Don't worry about missing class. We're only doing revising. Just try and finish that assignment, okay?
So, thank you.
How far away do you live, Vin?
20-minute walk.
Come on, I'll drop you off on my way back to the surgery. Can't have you walking in this weather.
Thanks, Doc.
Thank you. Can you hold on for a sec? Is the answer 39?
That's right. Clark Gable won the Oscar for Best Actor of 1939. For which film?
Gone with the Wind?
Correct. But that was an easy one for someone with your skill, Julie, so we won't count it. But you've won $300.
Oh, fantastic. I've seen this movie 14 times. I mean, the only other one I've seen that many times is Mandingo.
Well, Julie, it's decision time. Do you want to risk it for the big 1,000, or are you going to take the money now and run?
$1,000. I'll go on.
Good on you. Now, this is a toughie. At the 50th anniversary screening of Gone with the Wind in Atlanta, only one of the stars was present. Name that star, Julie Winters, and you'll be immortalised as a quiz whiz.
Who knows that? One of the stars. Well, it wasn't Leslie Howard.
Damn it, what was the woman's name? Vivian Leigh.
I know it. It's on the tip of my tongue. She's dead. Sorry, would you mind having a seat for a moment?
What's going on there, Julie? Getting a little help from your workmates?
Not exactly help.
Olivia de Havilland.
Shh. 50th anniversary.
Time's ticking away, Julie. Can you give me your answer, please?
Gable and Lee and Howard are all dead.
Olivia de Havilland.
Butterfly McQueen?
Did you say Butterfly McQueen? You're right. Well done, Julie Winters.
Oh, I won!
Oh, I never thought anyone would get that sponsors, so I'm in big trouble. I'm just kidding, Julie. Congratulations. You've won yourself 1,000 big ones and a celebration dinner for two tomorrow night at Francois's fine French restaurant. Cuisine for those with romance in their souls. Stand alone, Julie. We'll get all the details. And all you slackers out there, now you've heard how an expert plays. Keep listening for your next chance to play Quiz Whiz and win.
Who's Butterfly McQueen?
Whoever she is just won your mum $1,000 and a free dinner.
Mr. Clapworthy. Hidden talents, Jules. Fancy you knowing that.
Yes, I'm still holding.
Thank you, understand.
Well, if you feel any of those things I asked you about, here's my card, and you call me straight away. And please rest.
I'll try.
Hey!
Bà bây giờ mày bao nhiêu tiền?
10 đồng. Hối lộ là 5 đồng 60 cent.
Bà nói bây giờ cho mày 20 đồng.
Không phải, bà ấy đưa tôi 10 đồng. Bà này mù mắt hay sao á? Bà không biết đưa cho tôi 10 đồng hay là 20 đồng nữa.
Tao nói cho mày nghe đó. Mày phải học cách lịch sự, lễ độ đối với khách hàng. Nhất là bà này khách hàng quen thuộc mấy năm nay rồi. Mày làm như vậy đó, nó mất khách hàng còn cái gì?
Bà ấy nói vậy là chú tin bà. Tại sao chú không tin tôi?
Bị bệnh như thế nào rồi?
Thấy đau thêm bữa nay anh con.
Dì có ngủ không? Đêm hôm qua con nghe dì thức. Dì không có ngủ.
Con lo cho dì quá. Dì đi ngủ bây giờ một chút nè.
Auntie's getting worse.
What are you doing here?
The doctor sent me home.
Doctor, why?
Tại sao hai người không nói tiếng Việt?
Con phải tập tiếng Anh. Người bác sĩ Úc đã trị con ở trường rồi. Con muốn ba lại đang khám gì?
Thôi con, dì không có muốn coi bác sĩ đâu.
Nè, cái thằng Quang á, Dượng đã cho nó nghỉ việc rồi. Vì nó vấn đề á, nó gian lận trong vấn đề thối tiền khách hàng. Sốt bây giờ không có ai đó, nghe không? Cháu phải đi coi liền đi, đi gấp đi.
Dạ.
Nè, anh vừa mới mua một số thuốc Huyền Lan á. Thuốc này đó là thuốc công hiệu nhất. Cái thuốc viên em muốn thấy đỡ không?
Đỡ anh chút anh.
Anh sẽ đi xách thuốc điền cho em uống. Đồng thời anh sẽ nấu súp cho em ăn. Em phải cố gắng ăn nha. Ăn cho nó đỡ nha.
Em ráng ăn một chút.
So what are you going to do with the money?
Put it towards my house deposit if I can ever find one I can afford.
Well, at least you can't hoard the dinner. When is it?
Day after tomorrow.
Any idea who you're going to take?
Yeah, Michael, of course.
But you don't want to take me.
Who else would I want to take?
Mum, I hate French food.
You've never tasted it.
Well, that's because I know I won't like it. Anyway, Mum, I promised Lucy I'd go and see this band.
Michael, this is a pretty special deal for me. Couldn't you just this once? Well, I guess not.
Look, you don't want to waste all that romance on your own son.
Not to mention the snails. He's right, though, you know. Francois's is a pretty famous place for lovers. Time to get out the old black book, Jules.
Please come upstairs. Bác sĩ, con yêu cầu bác này khám gì?
Dì pha trà cho bà ha.
Yeah. She'll make tea.
Oh, don't worry.
I think it's better if she treats him as a guest.
Oh,
Kettle's boiling.
okay. Thanks.
Please sit down. It's for her that I asked you to come. She has very bad pain. She suffers a lot.
What about your head?
Where the cut is, it hurts a little. Nothing more.
Is this your mother?
My mother's sister. My mother should have come last year, but my aunt came instead.
Well, how did you get here?
I was in a refugee camp in Malaysia. My uncle applied and got me into Australia.
Thank you. Do you speak any English?
Almost none.
What's her name?
Mai.
My name is Nicola. Can you ask her to sit down with us?
Gì ngồi xuống.
How long has she had this pain?
Dì đã đau bao lâu rồi?
Khoảng 3 tháng con.
About 3 months.
And what sort of a pain is it? Is it dull? Sharp?
Dì có đau dữ hay là nhẹ nhẹ?
Has she had it all the time?
Dì có đau giống vậy hoài không?
Đau thường xuyên như là nóng rang ở trong bụng vậy đó.
Most of the time, like a fire.
Has she been seen by a doctor? Does she have any discharge, a fluid from her vagina? Please, just try and ask her. All right, then. Why don't you leave us and I'll give it a go. This isn't going to be easy.
Okay, bye-bye. Do I have a personal problem?
Not so as you notice, no.
You think they'd be falling over themselves? Dinner for two, candlelight, champagne, flowers, music.
It's just that it's pretty short notice, that's all.
Well, it says a lot for the people in my life, doesn't it? I wind up having to take you if I'm not careful.
I'd love to, Jules, but it's house meeting night tonight and, well, I missed the last 3. Rocky'd kill me.
I was joking.
Finn, can you come back in here, please? This is useless. I can't understand her and she can't understand me. I need to give her a proper examination, but there's no way that can happen without a translator. Convincing her to take a cardigan off was awkward enough.
I understand.
She's got some bruising. How did that happen?
I don't know.
Did someone try and hurt her?
I don't know.
Well, the only way I can see this working is if I line up a translator and you bring her into the surgery this afternoon. Can you organise that?
Yes.
Bring her in a taxi. You can get some money from your uncle. Do you want to tell her this?
It'll be easier to talk when you're gone.
We'll reassure her as much as possible that nothing terrible is going to happen to her.
She's an intelligent woman. She taught children in Vietnam.
Good. Bring the surgery in, say, an hour and a half, and the woman who speaks to you will tell you the time of the appointment, okay?
Thank you, yes.
Oh, Julie, any progress on your date?
No.
I'd love to come, but I have to give this talk to the Royal College of GPs. I can't let the fans down, hey?
Oh, well, look, I read in this magazine once that if you can wine and dine alone in a restaurant and feel comfortable about it, well, then it's a sign of a truly independent woman.
You're going on your own?
If I have to.
I had a woman from the hospital come especially to translate. You both knew she'd be here.
I'm very sorry. I came for myself. I had bad pain.
Well, where's the bad pain?
In my head.
Okay, I'll take a look.
And the wound feels hot, hurting.
When did all this come on?
About an hour ago.
Well, the wound looks all right. It's not inflamed.
There's much pain. I need painkillers. Maybe an antibiotic.
Well, I can't give you painkillers. They can be dangerous in the case of a head injury. They can mask the pain that's warning us of a problem. An antibiotic certainly won't help. I think I'll send you off for a skull x-ray before we do anything else.
No, it doesn't matter.
What do you mean it doesn't matter? Either you've got a bad headache or you haven't. Unless, of course, you're making this up. Am I allowed to know why? If you want my help, you need to be straight with me.
My aunt needs tablets. Strong tablets for the pain. Maybe antibiotics.
Why didn't she come herself?
My uncle wouldn't allow it.
What's wrong with the man? Doesn't he care about her health?
My uncle has fears.
Did your uncle hurt Mai? Did he cause the bruising? Because if that's the case, this could be a matter for the police. They would protect her.
My uncle would never hurt my aunt.
Then who did?
People tried to rob us. She was hurt.
Rob you?
3 men. They believe my uncle hides the money from the shop in the flat. They broke in to search. They had sticks for them.
So that's how you got hurt?
My uncle was awake. The men were frightened by the noises and the shouting. They ran. But my aunt was standing in the doorway. One of them shoved her like this. She fell.
Did you have any idea who they were?
There were woolen caps over their faces.
What'd the police say?
My uncle wouldn't call the police.
Why not? I mean, they're there to protect him. I don't suppose he trusts banks either. You know, the person I'm concerned about is your aunt. She was sick before this incident, wasn't she?
After the attack, it was worse. Her pain was worse. Let me have the tablets. Please.
I'm sorry, Vin. I can't prescribe to a patient I haven't examined or diagnosed. I could do her more harm than good. Something does need to be done. I'll come tomorrow and I'll bring a translator. Is that acceptable?
After school. Between 4 and 6.
Okay, between 4 and 6. I'm counting on you, Vin, to make it happen this time.
Ah, there you are. Have you seen my Sibelius, Finlandia?
You were playing that last night.
I know that, and today I want to play it again.
No. Look, about tomorrow night.
Listen, if this is a last-minute plea for me to go with you to that meeting, then
No. This is about Julie's dinner. Well, don't you think it'd be nice if you offered to go with her?
Why?
You love French food.
That restaurant's terribly overpriced.
It's free. It's a prize.
And the chef is known to be erratic. It's free. If Julie really wanted me to go with her, she'd have asked me. She's asked everybody else.
It's because she's shy.
Julie's shy.
Well, you're her employer.
So are you?
That's different. I don't glare at her from beneath my eyebrows.
I don't glare.
Look, anyway, there's nothing to stop you asking her.
Oh, no, nothing at all, except good manners, good form, breeding.
Snobbery.
Absolute rubbish. It's not here.
William.
Oh, all right, Robert. If it'll make you happy, I will go with Julie.
Vinh, mày đi đâu giờ này mới tới mày?
I've been studying at the library.
Mày phải biết gì mày đang bệnh. Tao cần mày ở trong xóm giúp tao, một tay với tao. Cái gì mày phải nghĩ trên hết mới phải chứ.
Gì căn bệnh như thế nào vậy?
Tao đợi mày cả buổi ở đây nè. Đâu có thời giờ mày đi thăm gì mày.
Con sẽ lên thăm gì?
Thôi, khỏi. Bây giờ đó, mày chuẩn bị hàng hóa để chuẩn bị đi giao hàng đi nhà hàng nè.
Con có bài để làm, nó cộng cho điểm chót của con.
Bây giờ trong khi Dượng đi thăm dì con ở nhà chuẩn bị hàng hóa, khi Dượng về con đi giao cho người ta. Thấy không? Rồi con có thời giờ học thêm bài vở nữa. Nè. Ở nhà cố gắng làm nha.
Hey, Vin. Have a seat. How's your head?
It's not so bad. What happened with my uncle at the shop?
He decided he couldn't afford me.
He said you were stealing from customers.
He's lying. He always believes the customers before me.
My uncle doesn't lie.
Believe who you want to believe, but you have to admit, your uncle's a tight ass. He owes me money, he pays badly.
But you can afford a new watch.
I have a few jobs on the side. Maybe one day you join me, get money for a new watch. Or maybe something else.
Maybe.
Would you phone Mr. Otaki and ask him to come in for his sperm count check?
Yeah, first thing tomorrow?
Certainly. Well, that was a bit of a surprise.
What?
Your win yesterday. I could have sworn it was Olivia de Havilland.
Yeah, glad I didn't listen to you.
Yes, I suppose so. You're going to bank that money, I trust?
Oh, of course.
And what about the dinner? Have you an escort?
No, not yet. Everyone's either busy, not answering the telephone, or on a diet.
Not everyone, surely.
I spent all last night and today on the phone, William.
Well, perhaps you should think a little more laterally.
Well, I've asked every friend I have, short of putting an ad in the
What
paper.
about colleagues?
I'm sorry, William. I didn't think to ask you.
Well, rather than see what's obviously going to be a very special evening for you ruined through lack of a suitable companion,
No, I'd love you to come.
Good.
I can arrange for us to be picked up from here.
Good.
Tomorrow, then.
Tomorrow.
Con chú Tám vừa thi xong đại học đó. Má con mong là qua Úc được. Má con coi bộ khỏe quá hả con?
Mai bà bác sĩ đã xe lại rằng cho thêm thuốc trợ sinh đó.
Nhưng con có biết bác sĩ tới không?
Bà bác sĩ đó là người tốt. Dì với Lê Dượng không cần lo cái gì hết.
Tánh con y nhịch má con vậy, không sợ ai hết. Nè, đi đọc thơ đi cưng.
You don't think it's too?
Certainly makes a statement.
Yeah, maybe I should just wear the black. I'll get my hair done at lunchtime if that's all right.
Yeah. You're entitled to an hour for lunch. The fact that you
Is it
never
all right
get
if I get changed from here as well?
Yeah, of course.
I'm glad William's going with you.
Yeah, so am I. I got a phone call from an old flame last night. I could have taken him, but William seemed at a bit of a loose end, so it's worked out quite well. Stephen, what do you think?
Underplaying it a bit, isn't it? I mean, going out with William isn't exactly exciting, but it's not a funeral.
Robert, you don't think it's too loud?
Ask him.
Oh, I don't want to spoil the surprise.
Hello, Vin.
Dr. Tanner.
This is Mrs. Tia, and she's going to translate for us.
Yeah,
How are you? How's the head?
we're getting better.
Did you go to school today?
Yes, I've been studying hard. I went to my family to do well at school.
It's fair enough. You don't have to work in your uncle's shop as well.
Well, my uncle's a good man. He's taking care of me.
I'm sure he'll understand you need to rest.
Yes, fried prints a mango.
Sounds good.
I don't think you'd like it. It's very salty. No, it's this way upstairs.
Vin, what's going on? Why do I feel like I'm some sort of a criminal?
My aunt's sick. She needs a doctor.
And your uncle, where's he?
He's at the wholesalers. This way.
Ask her about the pain.
Chị Mai, hôm nay chị đau làm sao chị Mai?
Đau lắm. Bữa nay đau thêm rồi chị.
She said the pain is worse today.
May I? You're running quite a temperature. I believe she has some sort of pelvic inflammatory disease, possibly well established. Her problems may have been aggravated by a blow to the abdominal area. I'll need to do an internal examination and take a cervical swab. Can you explain that to her?
Bác sĩ bà nói là bà cần khám bên trong cửa mình của chị đó. Để làm vài thử nghiệm chị Mai à?
Không, tôi không tin bả đâu. Chị nói bả đi về đi.
Nhưng mà nhỡ chị bị bệnh trầm trọng hơn sao chị Mai?
What did you say?
That you must give her an internal examination.
Does she understand why?
She does, but she doesn't want it. She might just be shy.
I'm a doctor. It's my job to make you feel well again, nothing more. After that, I'll leave you alone.
Bà là bác sĩ mà chị Mai. Bà muốn chữa bệnh cho chị khỏi đó chị Mai. Bà không làm gì phiền gì chị đâu. Mà thử nghiệm này cũng mau lắm. Chính tôi cũng thử nghiệm đó trước đây chị Mai à. Vậy chị để cho bà chữa cho chị nhé.
Dạ.
Yes, she will let you.
Thanks for coming.
Okay, any problem, give us a call.
All right. All finished. There seems to be some bruising around the abdomen from the assault. That doesn't seem to be the main problem. I'll have to get those results back as quick as I can.
Thank you.
In the meantime, I'd like to get her into hospital. She seems a bit reluctant to go.
Yes.
Do you know why? Vin, I need some answers here. Now, you and I and your uncle are going to have to sit down and talk.
Bà đây là bác sĩ đó hả?
Yes, this is Dr. Tanner.
You're Vin's uncle?
Tao đã nói với mày không cần bác sĩ gì cả.
Mr. Tran, I believe your wife is very ill and in need of medical help. Now, she needs to be in hospital today.
If I went to the doctor, I will find one for her.
I've taken some swabs and I've done some tests. Now, she has a right to know the results of those when they come through.
What test? Give it to me.
What?
Give me your bag.
Please, just stop it. Listen to me a moment. Your wife is my patient. I now have an obligation to her as a doctor. I think you have an obligation to her too, even if you don't see it that way.
You do not understand. Jin, mày thấy cái hậu quả cái hành động mày chưa? Làm cho đẹp tên ác mày thấy chưa?
I've never struck anything like it. Thought I was going to have to knee him in the family jewels just to get past.
Sounds ugly.
It was ugly. I hate to think what he said to Vin after I left. Thank you.
See ya.
Bye.
Well, it's just if you and Mum are going to be late on your date, well, then me and Lucy might be able to go and watch a video or something.
I'd hardly call it a date, Michael. Your mother and I are simply having a quiet dinner together, and we will not be late.
William, there's a 44 limo parked at the front asking for Julie.
That's part of the prize. I really don't see why we have to turn this into some sort of production. I have a perfectly adequate car in the garage.
Yeah, this one's a limo, though. Could you give me a lift to Lucy's?
No. Julie, aren't you ready yet?
If you don't hurry up, it'll turn into a pumpkin.
Coming.
Holy dooly.
Who's that sexy woman?
That's my mum.
I'm not sure that the black wouldn't have been better, actually.
No. Very nice.
think they'll have champagne in the limo like they promised?
Probably.
Oh, let's go then.
You sure you can't give me a lift?
Positive.
This way, Mr. Winters.
Sharp, Mr. Sharp.
Well, if you have not the luck to be the prize winner, at least you have the luck to be the man in the prize winner's life. Unless you'd like me to do the honors,
No,
monsieur.
thank you, I can manage.
Can I offer you a bottle of Veuve Clicquot, courtesy of Triple Z?
Well, I'd rather have some champagne.
Yes, yes, Veuve will be fine, thank you. Veuve Clicquot is champagne.
Oh, whoop. Careful of the pin.
Yes, yes. Perhaps I'll just leave them on the table so you can look at them too.
Well, whatever you think.
So.
Thank you. So. Well, isn't this elegant? I'm glad I don't have to clean the silver. To Butterfly McQueen.
And Olivia de Havilland.
Dượng không đồng ý cho con tiếp xúc thêm với bà bác sĩ nữa nghe chưa?
Con rất là lo cho gì. Cái thuốc bắc không có được công hiệu nữa đâu.
Được rồi, Dượng sẽ đưa dì con đến một bác sĩ Việt Nam nơi mà gia đình tin cậy đó.
Tại sao vậy? Tưởng người ta mới ăn hiếp mình hoài vậy? Mình không còn ở Việt Nam, ở đây nó khác.
Có nhiều chuyện mà con không có hiểu đâu.
Dì con qua 1 năm rồi. Thân gì như là má con vậy đó. Cho nên con mới lo cho dì chứ.
Ủa bộ mày tưởng ta không có lo à? Mày phải nhớ nè, phải biết vâng lời nè, phải biết kính trọng ý kiến những người lớn tuổi mới phải chứ. Tao ngồi xuống ăn cơm đi.
Thank you. This is very tasty.
Thank you, madame.
No, thank you. I'll have red with the venison.
A Burgundy, perhaps. We have an excellent 1984 Chateau Lagrange.
No, I think something a little heavier. Yeah, a Medoc?
I'll stick with the bubbly, thanks. Foreign language wine, isn't it? All those rules, white with fish, red with meat.
Yeah, well, they're not rules exactly, simply customs that have evolved over the years.
Still, it's nice to know which cask of Chateau Calbord to put on the table, red or white, eh? Oh, this is such a change. I mean, I like Vittorio's, but, well, you get sick of Italian food, don't you?
No. I mean, I don't. Others might.
Still, it must be better than what you ate in New Guinea. I read in the National Geographic that dog is a delicacy up there.
Not in the tribes where I was.
I would love to have travelled more when I was young, just to see other places and experience different cultures. After I finished nursing, I made inquiries about working in India. My friends thought I was mad. I topped the year in nursing and they thought it was a waste of talent. Then my mum put her foot down in the end and said I was too young to be travelling alone. And then, of course, I met Leon and fell pregnant with Michael, and that put an end to all my exotic fantasies. Watching documentaries was about as close as I got. Maybe that's my problem with men. I'm not exotic. Sorry, William, I'm raving. I think the champagne's gone to my head.
Yes, you have to be careful with champagne. It tends to give you the most terrible headache the next day.
Julie Winters?
Yes.
Smile. It's for publicity. You don't mind?
No, of course not.
Good. How about one of the two of you together?
No, just leave it to Julie.
You're just being shy.
No.
Come on, come around here.
Yes, that's all right.
That's the way. Lovely. Just around here.
Yes.
Squeeze in. Ready? Smile. Right, one more. Smile. What did she say?
She just said it was nice.
Nice. Hello, Dr. Turner speaking. Yes, thank you. Yes? Yes, I see. No, I'll get onto that straight away. Bye-bye.
The tests and swabs I took from Mrs. Tran? TB.
TB?
Of course, the primary would be in the lungs, but it can show up as pelvic inflammatory disease in rare cases. Rare and usually advanced cases.
Yeah, I remember it from the textbooks. I've never encountered it myself.
I'll have to go and see them.
Look, if you give me 40 minutes, I can come with you.
What, and protect me?
Well, judging from the last time, you might need me.
No, I've stirred this up. I can handle it. Besides, I'm bigger than he is. The infection's travelled from her lungs. Now, I can't say how badly they've become affected until I've seen a chest X-ray. But I will need to notify the health department. You'll both have to have Mantoux tests, and mine must go to hospital.
No, she cannot go.
There's no option now. She must go.
No.
If she were to stay here, she might well die. And anyone who comes in contact with her might become infected.
No, she cannot go.
Then I'll have to come back with someone with the authority to make her go. Do I have to do that?
Are you bringing the police?
No, not at this stage. Just someone from the Environmental Health Department.
Could you bring the police?
Vin, I have to report this. There are only 2 diseases in this country where the infected person is compelled to go to hospital. Now, one is leprosy and the other is TB. Now, I'm not even going to ask how Mai got into Australia in the first place.
You mean she didn't catch it here?
No, she couldn't have.
How would she get past the authorities? They make you show x-rays.
Well, you tell me and we'll both know.
Mày có biết mày đã làm những gì chưa? Gia đình là tan nát hết rồi.
Cái này không phải Việt Nam. Người ta không có nhốt gì ở trong cái trại đâu.
Nhưng mà người ta nhốt vì mày ở trong cái bệnh viện á, giữ mày trong bệnh viện á, rồi người ta có thể trục xuất cho mày trở về Việt Nam.
Tại sao vậy?
Tại vì á, vì mày đã có bệnh ở Việt Nam rồi. Đáng lẽ ra không có đến đất nước này được.
Nhưng mà vì có bệnh mà.
Đúng. Cho nên họ có thể trục xuất vì mày trở về Việt Nam. Vì chúng ta đã vi phạm luật lệ trong vấn đề hình dục ngoan tuyến, hiểu không?
Như thế nào?
Mày cũng biết đó. Hoàn cảnh tao không có thể trở về Việt Nam được. Mà nếu rủi vì mày á, mà trở về Việt Nam đó, thì kể như tao vĩnh viễn xa về mày nè. Tại vì mày không có nghe lời tao.
Vụ vi phạm luật lệ như thế nào vậy?
Vì hình dục ngoan tuyến không phải của vì mày đâu.
Vậy có ai? Tại sao má con không có qua? Mấy cái x-ray đó là của má con phải không?
Đại dương giải thích cho con rõ trong vấn đề này.
Con cần nghe giải thích nữa.
I was looking for Robert.
He's gone to the garage. He won't be long.
I must thank you for last night, Julie. A very enjoyable evening.
Glad you enjoyed yourself.
Even though you did win all those prizes under false pretenses.
Oh?
Well, you were right in a sense. Butterfly McQueen was at that screening in Atlanta, and she was in Gone with the Wind, but not as a star. No, co-star perhaps. But she's listed way down there towards the end of the credits.
So I was wrong.
Technically, yes.
Thank you, William.
Always best to be precise about these things.
And it would be so dreadful to actually think for 1 minute that I was right, wouldn't it? To think that I'd won that dinner at Francois fair and square. I know you think I don't belong there, William, and I know you were embarrassed to be seen there with me last night. Look, I may not know any fancy French names for champagne, William, but there's one thing that I do know that you don't, and that's how to make the person that I'm out with have a good time and not go home feeling this big. You always manage to make me feel like I'm not good enough. I just thought that one night you might be different. Here, to remember our evening by, because I'm going to be doing my best to forget it.
Họ đã đến rồi.
Bắt em á hả anh?
Anh cũng không rõ nữa. Phải biết trước như vậy đó. Mình gom góp tiền bạc á, mình đánh bạc trước thì êm rồi.
Mà ở đâu mới được chứ?
Anh nghĩ phải chi thằng Vinh nó đừng liên lạc cho bà bác sĩ đó, thì gia đình mình đâu có nông nổi gì đâu.
Đức là nó chỉ muốn trị bệnh cho em thôi. Mở cửa cho họ vô đi.
Robert, are you going to be home for dinner tonight?
Yeah, we're having veal limone.
You don't feel like going out?
No, not particularly. Why?
Oh, it's just that Vittorio's are having a special. Penne arrabbiata, your favourite.
Oh, well, if you really want to, I suppose the veal can wait. What time?
I was rather thinking you might go yourself. Well, ask someone to join you, of course. What about that nice young woman who took you bushwalking?
Grace? She's in Nepal. William, if you really want me to absent myself for the evening, why not just say so?
Might be easier.
Oh, fine. And who's the lucky lady?
Julie?
Julie?
Don't sound so surprised.
No, I'm not. It's just...
Snobbery?
No. How do you know she wants to come? She wasn't all that thrilled with last night.
I don't know. Haven't asked her yet.
Tell you if it's happened before? Swapping x-rays?
Well, apparently there was a case about 5 years ago. 2 Indian brothers, but it was detected before he arrived in the country. The system's pretty tight. It's full of checks and balances, and there's no one person that can be corrupted. I just don't know how Mai slipped through.
Think she'll be deported?
Well, certainly not until she's well enough. And even then, I don't know.
Must be terrified.
Yeah, they are. But I think they're relieved at least she's getting medical attention. The person I'm worried about is their nephew.
You gonna have him tested?
I would, but he's run off. I went looking for him at the school yesterday and I sent the headmaster into a real tiz.
An Asian kid in TB, it's a perfect recipe for xenophobia.
Exactly. I explained to him that TB wasn't that contagious.
So how are you gonna find him?
Well, the teachers told me where the kids hang out. I went looking for him, couldn't find him. I'll have to go back.
Ah, Julie.
I apologise, William. I shouldn't have spoken to you like that.
Why not?
Because you're my employer.
And if I weren't, would you still apologise? Yeah, that's what I thought. If I behaved without courtesy or consideration last night, I'd like you to know that it was more to do with my feelings of inadequacy than the company I was in.
Oh, well, never mind. Let's forget it, eh?
See, I rather think it's better to correct it, so I was wondering if you'd join me for dinner this evening.
Well, I don't think it's a good idea to go out with people where you work anymore.
Well, we could dine in. Much more comfortable without all the trimmings, eh?
Hey, mate. Where are they?
Here. What do we do with them?
Come to my place. We can talk there.
Finn, we need to talk.
They lied to me. Why should my mother give away her own x-rays? I've waited for so long for her to come. I believed them.
She may still come, Vin.
No. When I was 7, I was sent out of Vietnam. One night, my mother took me while I was asleep, put me on a boat. When I woke up, I didn't know where I was.
So no one said goodbye?
No. For 7 days, we were crammed on a little boat. 100 of us. No food, no water. Everyone was frightened of the pirates. They told me my mother paid a lot of money for me to escape, to make a better life, so I should be grateful.
I don't suppose you feel all that grateful, being here, without your family and having to work so hard.
I'm failing in my studies. Now I've got no home.
Well, maybe we can patch things up with your uncle.
Never.
Well, there is an Asian boys' refuge we can try and get you into. At least then you'd have the company of other Vietnamese boys your own age, and maybe there's a social worker we can talk to. Come on, I'll make inquiries while you have your Mantoux test and chest x-ray. And then we'll go round to your uncle's and pick your stuff up, okay? He'll still be at the hospital with Mai.
Oh. There we are.
Thank you. Smells lovely. What is it?
Cocker Spaniel.
William, you made a joke.
Real ammonia, actually.
Well, it smells lovely. Where's Robert?
Oh, he decided to dine alone.
He's been reading too many women's magazines. You didn't send him away, I hope.
Oh, no, he wanted to go to Victoria's.
William.
Does him good to get out every now and again?
Yeah, you're probably right.
Perhaps he'll meet the Italian woman of his dreams. More wine?
Oh, yes, please, thank you. So, do you think you and Robert will go on living together forever?
Oh, one gets used to another person, I suppose. Just sort of fall in together and it becomes, well, comfortable. I never expected to be here this long. When Gillian died, all I could do was just sort of be here. I couldn't take away his pain, of course, but just be another body to rattle around in what suddenly felt like a very empty house.
Do you think you'll ever remarry?
Well, I like to think it might be a possibility sometime in the future. What about you?
Oh, yes, it'd be nice, but even if there was a queue of eligible men out there, when would I have time for a relationship? I mean, I get up, I come to work, a couple of shifts at the weekend at the hospital, and, well, then there's Michael.
No, forget about Michael. He's off with Lucy having a good time.
Yeah, you're right. It's easier to hide behind him playing good old mum than it is to get out there and make things happen.
Well, we all do our share of hiding.
Yeah. Mine started when my mum tried to force me to eat cauliflower. I took off and hid behind the dunny for 2 hours.
Mine started when Sandra Nottingham and a gaggle of giggling schoolgirls dragged me red-faced into the girls' toilet and pulled down my trousers. Wonder I ever trusted a member of the opposite sex ever again.
Oh, poor William, how cruel.
Not half as cruel as the nickname I acquired as a result of that.
Yeah? What?
Never mind. Eat your dinner.
You should leave a note, let your uncle know where you are.
Vinh, con đang làm gì vậy?
I'm leaving.
Con đừng có âm thầm ra đi như vậy.
I've nothing to say.
Bộ con muốn trước thằng Quang sao? Con á là cháu ruột của dì con. Đừng có âm thầm ra đi, dượng có đồng ý cho con đi đâu.
You can no longer tell me what to do.
Cái đó là ý của má, cô muốn mà. Hãy ở lại nói chuyện với dượng đi. Vinh.
Vin, you should listen to what your uncle has to say.
Lúc mà mẹ con được giấy nhập cảnh vào Úc đó, thì trong khi đó dì của con bệnh. Và con cũng biết rằng đó, mẹ với dì con rất là giống nhau. Do đó cho nên á, mẹ của con á muốn cho dì được đoàn tụ gia đình với dượng, là nhằm mục đích á, để cho dì á được đoàn tụ với dượng bên đây. Và cái chuyện làm đó là cái chuyện làm của mẹ con, ý của mẹ con, chứ dượng đâu có làm.
Nhưng mà dượng nói là má con nói lại đang chăm sóc cho bà ngoại mà.
Đúng như vậy. Bà ngoại đã già rồi, đã lớn tuổi rồi, để mà đi đến một đất nước mới như Úc vậy nè. Mà cái chuyện á làm đó là cái chuyện ngoài ý muốn của dượng. Nếu đó ha mà dượng nói ra đó thì sợ vấn đề rắc rối chính quyền Úc ở đây nè, cho nên Dượng phải âm thầm Dượng chịu đựng. Con có hiểu không?
Tại sao Dượng không có nói con?
Dượng á không có nói con á vì Dượng sợ lo ngại vấn đề con thất vọng, cho nên Dượng mới không có nỡ nói. Con cũng biết á, lúc mà vượt biên á, mình gặp bao nhiêu nguy hiểm trên biển cả, bao nhiêu khó khăn ở trại tị nạn mà mình đã cố gắng vượt qua khỏi. Lúc còn ở Việt Nam á, gặp bao nhiêu khó khăn, mình hy vọng ở tương lai đó phải được tươi sáng hơn, mà đâu có ngờ ngay giờ này ở đất nước này đó là cái chuyện khó khăn, cái trở ngại lại bắt đầu nữa. Con thấy cái đau khổ không chứ? Now, this has happened. There is no more to hide. I got your mother out here. Is that true?
I'd say there is a very good chance.
And all the money I have saved since I came is for your mother and sisters. It is safe. I'll show you.
Dượng, Dượng đã dạy con nhiều điều, về thương yêu trong gia đình, về lễ phép, về thành thật. Nhưng mà Dượng làm trái ngược lại hết. Nhưng mà con cũng làm một điều không đúng.
I guess we can forget about the refuge, huh?
Well, there's no use in just talking about it. I'm going to do it. Want to come?
No, thank you. Prancing around with a number on my back is not my idea of a good time.
So you don't like ballroom dancing, but you should do a class, William. I mean, just choose something that you're interested in. It's a good way to meet people.
You sound like one of those dreadful women who force old people in nursing homes to play bingo.
Don't be so boring. You're not there yet. Hot tub rebirthing. Here's one for you. Spear making workshop for the modern sensitive man who wants to rediscover his warriorhood.
Dear Lord, I had a patient who did that. Stupid idiot stabbed himself in the lower calf. 8 stitches.
Well, I doubt very much they let anybody in with a name like Wee Willie Wonky.
Winky.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Say no more.
Yeah.
Thursday night, ABC Sport is pleased to bring you a replay of the exciting final of the Women's Netball World Championships between Australia and New Zealand. Relive the thrilling climax to this great tournament this Thursday night at 11 o'clock on ABC. Coming up, the final edition of The Big Gig, right after Backchat with Tim Bowden.